In this post-COVID world with 5 generations in the workforce, leaders are watching as the expectations and rules of work change around them. So what does it mean to be a highly effective leader now? Who has the leadership advantage and why? I'll give you a hint. It's you. Anyone interested in being an authentic leader, this is your moment. Hello and welcome to the Unapologetically Authentic Leadership channel. I'm Brooke Bernard, your transformational leadership coach. This space is all about empowering high-achieving women in leadership roles like you to be their authentic selves. And in case you're new here, my goal is to help you reach your full potential by being who you are, not who you're supposed to be. I was so excited when I saw the new article from Forbes. It's called Why Women Hold the Key to Authentic Leadership. So I had to share it with you. This is my summary, and of course I'll link the full article below. I hope you enjoy. Authenticity in the workplace is becoming more important than ever as we're navigating the challenges of a workforce that's returning back and normalizing after COVID. And we're figuring out how to balance and juggle and honor the needs and expectations of 5 generations, which has never happened before in American history. Women are setting a new standard in leadership with their authenticity. Our qualities of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, collaboration, effective communication, inclusivity, resilience, and commitment to growth are reshaping the leadership landscape, and it resonates with the evolving needs of the modern workplace and the talent of today. The Forbes article outlines 7 traits of women who lead authentically. And before we get into it, I want to share a story with you. I think you're going to love it. So here's my story of why I know authentic leadership is so important. And I want you to imagine along with me. So I'm taking the 3rd professional position of my career. Big move, moving from New York City back to the Midwest, close to my family, going to be working for a Big 10 that I have a lot of respect for. Super exciting position because it allows me to innovate and be creative and lead my own team. And then I meet with my supervisor and she explains to me their new vision for my role. And here's where like the heart palpitation started, right? So the new vision was that instead of my role managing a program that served 13% of the residential population, I was going to be serving 100%. And there were over 6,000 students in that residential population. So this was a big change. And so that meant scaling up from the elements of the program that they had at the time to where we needed to be. And the target goal was to establish 32 themed communities within this residential experience. So I needed 6 partners for each of the 32 communities. And the partners were not paid positions. They were volunteer, which is critical. So I had the task of going out and recruiting these partners. And I was trying to conceptualize who do I need and why, and are they going to say yes to me? And I knew here, I don't have anything established. I don't have any credibility. I don't have any projects I can point to. I don't have documents. I don't have, and all I could think was, how am I going to do this? And I was so nervous. And there were other challenges I was going to have to face, like not everyone was super friendly with my department. Not everyone felt like they were comfortable interacting with students outside of the classroom. Not everyone felt like they had time to give. People were afraid of being told they had to volunteer. So we had a lot stacked up against us, and in the beginning it was just me out there with this big task in front of me, and I knew that once I was rolling that I could train and invite my team in to help start recruiting as well. but someone has to go first, right? So I was the someone. So I was so nervous. And here is my deadline. I had from July to October to imagine all of it. Help design marketing materials, help design infrastructure, help design the pitch that would go to the partners, the pitch that would go to the students. It was such a scary moment. So what do you think happened? Did I successfully recruit all those partners? Or did I not? And had to reevaluate the plan. What do you think? Stay with me until the end of the video and I'll tell you exactly how it ended. So let's dive into those 7 traits. First, most, but not all, but most women leaders are all about self-awareness. And as we know, self-awareness is the foundation of authentic leadership. Women typically really understand themselves, and that really helps them understand others. Plus, they bring a whole lot of emotional intelligence to the table. We're like emotional detectives. And remember, as emotionally intelligent leaders, empathy is one of our superpowers. And we've talked about that on the channel before, and I can link it in a card above. Empathy is truly a strategic asset for women. By genuinely understanding and valuing the feelings and experiences of others, women leaders create a supportive environment that encourages risk-taking and innovation, which results in much greater outcomes. We can also drive performance and demand excellence while also being supportive and understanding. Next, we tend to value collaboration over competition. Collaboration is an area where women really shine. Women typically build networks that are beneficial to everyone and uplifting. And all that collaboration leads to great success because we know we can achieve more when we all work together. And according to a study featured in the Harvard Business Review, women are better communicators than men, which can lead to an enhanced ability to connect with others, motivate and strengthen teams, and perhaps most importantly, become better leaders. It's also important to acknowledge that authentic women leaders are advocates for inclusivity and belonging. Their goal is to make sure that all voices are heard, leading to more inclusive and representative decision-making. Women create cultures of belonging for their teams, where team members feel seen, heard, and valued. And as we know, belonging is one of the most important elements for most people in their workplace. Women also have a remarkable capacity for resilience, and that doesn't come from anything other than living through personal and professional challenge. And this resilience is infectious and inspires our teams to also bounce back from setbacks. And lastly, women leaders are all about growth for themselves and others. They understand the value of professional development, of training, of mentoring. When you take care of your people and you're all growing, your organization grows too. They truly exemplify Mary Church Terrell's phrase, lift as you climb. Okay, so now we've discussed all 7 traits of authentic leadership. And now I'm going to tell you the ending to my story. This challenge was overwhelming, to say the least. But I am someone that when you give me a challenge, I sink my teeth into it. And I'm like, I am going to do this. So as an introvert, I had to find my way through recruiting all of these partners, which we might as well just substitute the word partner for stranger, right? And as an introvert, the idea of talking to all of these strangers was overwhelming, exhausting just thinking about it. So I had to think about how, with the knowledge I have about who I am and my strengths, how can I do this? And so for me, that translated into one-on-one meetings and lots and lots of coffee dates. I wanted to choose a space where everyone could be comfortable. So I needed a neutral space, and for me, that was coffee shops. Loved meeting with people in coffee shops. It's a whole different environment. People could just relax and be themselves. And I listened for what people were passionate about, and then made connections for them about how their passion would make them the perfect partner. And how often is it that people are excited about us because of what we are passionate about? And it wasn't about titles or what department they worked in or their connection to the university. It was just about their interests, their passions. People felt good, and I got to learn so much about so many incredible human beings. I also made the choice early on that I wasn't just going to recruit faculty to be my partners, even though that's what a lot of universities do. I was also going to spend time identifying staff members within the university. And also, and this is different, community members who lived in the town, who are local business owners, who are sometimes retired faculty, people that all had something that was special about them that would allow them to bring something to the table that I could not duplicate in any way, shape, or form. The experiences they were going to be able to offer and share with these students were going to be memorable and so impactful. I also really wanted to make sure that when I was sitting down with these people, I was not wasting anyone's time, that I had a clear understanding of what my agenda was and how the discussion needed to flow every time I sat down with someone. I needed to learn about them. I needed to see what lit them up. And I needed to be able to make the connections between what they were excited about and what I needed in order for the students to get the experience that I'm trying to create, right? And why does anyone buy into anything? Because of how it's going to make them feel, how they're going to benefit as well. So that was a key component when I was speaking to people. I wanted them to understand how it would make their experience better too. And being respectful of time meant that that last part of our conversation was all about explaining a system I developed that was called levels of involvement. So they could choose based on the amount of time they had to give and based on their comfort level with interacting with students outside of the classroom, how they wanted to participate and interact. And it was beautiful because everyone could choose their own adventure, and then I could fit it into the puzzle later. I also wanted everyone to know that I valued them and that they belonged and were like a stakeholder in this brand new thing we were building together. And in the entirety of me recruiting, and this includes my team, once I got them up and running and they were going to go recruit too, I only got one no that first year. I only got one no. And we started the program when we launched it in the fall of 2013 with over 150 partners. Partners that were going to learn and grow with us. My team was growing. I was growing. We were all building new skill sets that we had never explored before. And we are all finding new levels of depth within ourselves because of all these very unique, special interactions. So yeah, I rose to the occasion. And because of who I was as an authentic leader, I was able to connect and bring people in and get their support in a way that I wouldn't have been able to if I wasn't willing to be vulnerable, wasn't willing to tap into my unique talents and strengths. So I hope this story inspires you. And next time you need to think about how to solve an overwhelming challenge, tap into your authentic leadership. So in summary, the key to authentic leadership is making sure that people feel that you care about them and you care about the organization. And the traits we reviewed today are the powerful tools that women are using to unlock the potential within their organizations. With our nuanced leadership, we are setting a new standard that resonates with today's talent and the changing needs of our workplace environments. So next time you think of leadership, remember all of the incredible women out there who are revolutionizing the way highly effective leadership works. Thank you for spending time with me today and being a part of our community. Your participation means the world to me. So please like the video. It helps more people see it, which helps me with my mission of empowering authentic female leaders worldwide. And of course, if you're interested in personalized guidance and support, please connect with me to learn more about private coaching. And until next time, stay true to yourself, lead with purpose, and thank you for watching.